Hello, everybody. Check us out. Funk Soul Brother. I'm just going to keep randoming and randoming. I'm going to randoming. I'm going to keep randoming randoms. I'm going to keep randoming randoms until I hear from you guys that say, hey, Danny, you're live, buddy. Oh, hey. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the party. This is a Bullet Brawls, and I am out for revenge today because Computer Impossible took my dignity in game one. So I'm not going to mess around. I will not be made a fool of. If you are ready to party, then join me on Twitter, where the real action begins, and we'll get this party started. We will get the party started. I want to see some tweets coming at me with usernames. Bring it in for the real thing. The challenges have already begun, so let's jump right in and do this thing. Welcome, everybody. A Bullet Brawl is all about playing live bullet games and providing commentary while we enjoy each other's company, and maybe, if we're lucky, we learn something. So here we go. First tweeter and first man to come our way, gain to 28, gain to 28, gain to 238. Gonna gain the initiative against this guy right now with the dragon. That's what I'm talking about. And we'll see what kind of dragon he wants. Bishop g5 is actually an underrated line. Okay, now black is gonna be better here pretty quickly, but Bishop g5 is a line you can play sometimes and capture on f6 and put a knight on d5. Sometimes there's tactics that actually make it a little bit tricky for black to be aware of that development that isn't very standard. But in this situation, okay, so he wants this discovery. We get it, but unfortunately, it may not actually be a very good idea because if he takes on g6, I'm going to play queen a5. Should we just sack the queen? No, we don't even need to. Yeah, just go this way. If he takes a queen, we take his queen. He takes a rook, we take his rook. He takes our... Oh, he took that way, which goes down a rook. He was supposed to take on f8 with check first. That was the idea that would have been better. All right, so we'll get the juices flowing here with a victory. Should be pretty easy from here on out. We'll go get the 7th rank and then execute a mating attack. Will we ring the bell? Will we start the day off with a bell ring? Or will he resign? Yay! Everybody's happy. Everybody's so happy. Well, what? When we get to ring the bell, right? All right, remember, we only ring the bell for checkmate. We only bang the gong for a victory. We only wear this wristband because we're awesome. So if you're wondering, how can I get involved in a bullet brawl? There's 2 ways. 1, find the end of the rainbow. Number 2, follow me on Twitter and tweet at me your username, and that should be it. We're gonna keep the truck. We're gonna keep the truck trolling right now. Ooh, and we have our first title player who wants to take advantage of me early. He says, "Danny, I'm gonna get you here before you get a little bit too distracted with all the funny business, and I'm gonna take you down right now." I respect that. I really respect that, actually. And normally, you would be right, but I'm going to try to bring my A game early today. Unlike what I normally do, which is wait till the end to bring my A game. I don't know if you knew that. That's just a thing I do. No big deal. It's a thing I do. I wait till the end to bring my A game. Rekarovka. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. Lots of trades today. Whoa, fun fact. He decides that he's winning in this king and pawn ending very quickly. Very, very quickly he decides that. I'm not sure that was the right decision by him. And certainly probably not anymore. Oh, that would be a bad idea. Well, it's interesting, to say the least, right? I'm not sure that either one of us can actually advance in this position. He can do that? Hold a tick. He can just do that? He's winning? Oh, man. That could be real ugly here. Where did I mess that one up? Perhaps I was just lost in the king and pawn ending to start. That's pretty amazing that he was able to just evaluate that. I guess the point is that he has this outside pass pawn chance. So, okay. Interesting. Congratulations, Bori boy. You took me to school, buddy. Way to go. Respect. Respecting your ability to take... What am I doing playing 1-0 against this guy? Normally I play 1-1 against title players these days. That's usually the ticket. But not today. Apparently today we are playing 1-0, which is definitely the risky man's way to play chess when you're doing commentary. That is faux show. We'll play g4 and g5 and really mix this party up. Look at that. Look at that. Let's put a pony on f6. Just kidding. Just kidding. But we will go there. I'm not exactly sure what the problems are going to be, but I'm going to take there and defend that pawn. Defend it the old-fashioned way. We'll play a3 too. And we'll cackle. Should I en passant or just say, I'm not really afraid of you? I'm not afraid of you. Ooh, so the problem now is I'm winning this one, but down on time, right? Ooh. Boom. And I saw it coming, by the way. For the record, I saw c7 checkmate coming, but I didn't have time to communicate my thoughts. Why are you judging me? I am not always in a position to communicate my thoughts. What matters is we rang the bell, kids. Woo! Come on, kitten. Let's run it back one more time. Oh, snap. Okay. Well, now we're going to play this sort of weird Neo Grunfeld. Yeah, I expected him to play c4, to be completely honest. But okay. We'll go with the weirdness. We will go with the weirdness. Don't fight it. Sometimes it's best not to fight it. And it's best just to go with it. No soup for you. I want to guard the b7 pawn. And I know what you're thinking. Danny, that doesn't make any sense. And I'm thinking, you may be right, Scruffy Jim. But you also now have a nickname, Scruffy Jim. How does that feel? Exactly. Probably that's not the right decision by me. But okay. I'm going to offer this queen traitor, say, get out of my house. Boom. Here come the cannons. Here come the noise. What? No. What? You can play this way? I don't even know what. What? What? No, I don't even know what's going on with the what. I should probably stop doing that. That's really, you're annoying. It's really annoying, Danny. It's really annoying when you sit there and say what a lot. But seriously, what just happened there? I just felt like that was. I was real excited about that. Obviously, a little bit too excited, to say the least. Trying to play as quickly, yeah? Also desperately trying to pretend like I don't care about that pawn. But of course I do. Oops. That's a queen. Okay. All right. Well, I was trying to speed up. Again, I feel like the 1-0 real tough for me in my old age, you know. But let's play this Verisov again and see what he wants. See if he wants to run it back. I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. No surprise. Let him play it again if he wants it. Oop, he doesn't. But we've also played this way before. Yeah, we're okay with that. Should I just take there? I think so. It is an exchange after all. And that's another exchange. Not his best game so far. Okay. But he's not going to give up like any good bullet player. Oh! Oh, I almost just blundered that away. Whoa, what the heck? No! Oh no! He tricked me. That was stupid. That was stupid. But okay, the best of 5 isn't over yet. If I can pull off the what has been impossible against him so far, a win is black, then I do have a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. Yeah, Bori Boy is super fast. That's kind of his thing. He's real tough when it comes to the clock. That's a fact. Probably bishop a6 is better. Last game was my chance. Last game was my big chance. A big chance to win. Oop. Ah. Well, that was stupid of me. He's fast. He's faster than me. And that's a big part of the problem. Not the only problem. He's also played better chess. But okay, he's going to take this best of 5. We're going to give it to him. Yeah, that was ugly last game, huh? Bad chess by me. Okay, you know, it's we live to see another day. We're going to play some more title players later on in this Bullet Brawl, so don't go anywhere. But we'll tip our hat to Bory Boy for taking the best of 5. And we'll look to do better next time. Let's go back to the tweeters and who we got coming at us. We got who else we got? We got Blitzkid 100. We have MGL Nomad. We have Brown Dogs 9894. There we go. We'll play Blitzkid 100. We'll play Blitzkid 100. He's been talking a lot of smack on Twitter, which I respect. Not really. Yeah. I mean, talking smack in and of itself is a skill, right? Especially if you can do it in a way that inspires others to talk smack just like you. But okay, I'll play e5 and grab a big center because Mama told me. Mama told me 3 things. Amongst them, control the center. I want something nasty. I'd like to get something nasty here. We'll let him give up the dark square bishop if he wants to prevent me from action on f7. Trading queens is one thing, but where's the money, right? Where's the beef? I wanted something nastier than I got. But okay. That's life. You take what you get what you get, and you don't get upset. That's a rhyme that I tell my 3-year-old daughter, in case you're wondering. You get what you get, and you don't get upset. From the book Pinkalicious, which if you haven't read, good for you. It means you're not tortured by 3-year-old girls to read horrible works of literature. I mean, seriously, that book is just absolutely ridiculous. And I don't want to make fun of the author or be like, hey, you know, Danny, you're really being mean right now. You know, what did Pinkalicious ever do to you? Nothing. That's the thing. It's lacks substance, all right? That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, enough of that. Enough of that crazy tomfoolery. This is a winning position up a piece, although he's making it a little interesting. Playing active, which of course we love and respect. Gotta love activity. Get him in zugzwang and push him back, I always say. Once you get him to push the pawn, now you can activate your king the old-fashioned way. We'll just say no soup for him. Oh, I should have just played c4 there. But okay, this works too. This works too. Anticipation, Holmes. Anticipation. All right. Who else? Who else wants a piece? Who else do we got? Ooh, we got What Because, right? That's one of the strongest non-title players around. Haven't played him in forever. I think he smells an opportunity. Doesn't like the chess I'm playing today against Bory Boy. Says, I'm going to go take that guy down. Today's the day. I'm going to take that guy down. Oh, yes, indeed. We open things up. Oh, I gotta love it. Oh, you can't give that to me. Oh, oh yeah. Oh, it feels so good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. This is gonna be a checkmate attack for the ages. It's coming down the pike right now. It's something's happening. In fact, we'll just take it this way. Ding! Alright, let's rematch what because. Because what? Right? See how many moves we can pre-move in a row. Love that. Bam. Tempo on the queen. We love that. And we'll take there. We'll open up the light squares. And go get something nasty on d3. Put something nasty on d3 like a pony. Anchor it in, I always say. Anchor that knight in on an outpost square. Let's give check before she runs out. And then go to Forktown. Yeah, right. Go to Forktown. Yeah. Yeah, right. I'd love to get something filthier than what I'm going to get. Doesn't seem like I have the nastiness that I deserve to have. So, okay, we'll go this way. We'll just defend a pawn for now. Where is it? Where was the tomfoolery when you needed it? The shenanigans. What's his threat? Does he have one? Oh, he does have a threat. Rook f3 is a threat. Oh no, I can take his knight. Yeah, he doesn't have a threat. So I'm going to play f5. I think. And now that I've gotten rid of that, you're going to tell me there's nothing here? You're going to tell me there's nothing going on here? That's not fair. That's not fair. Don't give me that. Don't give me that. The chessboard, she was good to me, right? I told you last week. I thought the chessboard loved me, but she beat me like a drum. Hashtag Jason Isbell. Hashtag you didn't see that coming. All right, let's take it. Let's do it. Let's take a 3-0 win, shall we? I'll play this again if he wants it. I will play this all night long. I'll go Lionel Richie on this position. I'll do that line again. You're going to do that again? You're going to play G5 again, or you're going to take or something? I mean, because I don't know that worked out very well. I don't know. Just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I'm not happy that I don't just see something crushing already. What? Don't take too much time here, Danny. What? I don't even know. I decided not to punish him for his insolence and let him get castled. Oh, I can take on f7. But that's not very good either, is it? I'm going to take this way. I'm okay with that. I don't think this is a very pleasant way to play the position, is it? The queen's all the way over there in Timbuktu, right? This can't be ideal for black, can it? It's a lot of action, not a lot of time. This isn't necessarily a 3-0 victory against a title player, but then again, we don't normally play best of fives against non-title players, so he basically is a title player. Check. Okay, so I see he's surviving for now. All right. We did it. We did it. We took the best of 5. Like I said, not officially a title player, but enough for me to gain rating points. Oh, it feels so good. It sounds good because it feels good. In case you're wondering at home, like, I wonder how it feels for Danny when he bangs the gong. Feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. All right, let's do this again. We got Chess Gamer Tag. Thank you for following us on Twitter. Thank you for ripping off the I am image title to put in your avatar so that people think you're an international master. And thank you for being you. You do you, man. You do you because there ain't nothing to do. You do you because there ain't nothing else to do. Is that on a shirt somewhere? If not, it should be. You got to do you, man. Everyone's got to do themselves. That now it's getting weird. You know, you get it. Yeah. You just got to do you, buddy. Should I just take on H7 and go to town? Should I do it? Should I do it? No, come on. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. I'm going to get F5, though. No, I'm just going to castle. Wow, this guy's playing pretty good chess right now. I want to get something delicious that I do not have. Sam, I am. What is going on here? I guess I felt like I should get something here, but maybe I'm not getting as much as I originally intended. Okay. This'll work. This'll work. I gotta turn down the tweet volume because I think it's kind of distracting the show. For the Twitters coming at us. It's gonna be mate. It's gonna be mate. I wanted it to be mate in another way. But no. How is it not checkmate faster? I don't even know anymore. There we go. You heard that bell. They always come back. They always come back for my cookies. All right, we have another title player battle. Uni. I haven't played this line in forever. I don't remember anything about this position. I do not remember a thing about this position. I don't know. I'll go there. I don't even know what's... he could have played Queen F4 check and took the knight, but I guess he decided not to. I don't know what's going on here. That didn't go well. That opening did not go well, to say the least. And this position doesn't feel very good either. But okay, I'm hoping to survive. Maybe I'll survive. What am I doing? This feels horrible. This feels like terrible chess is being played. It feels like terrible chess is being played because terrible chess is being played. That's why it feels that way. I don't know. Let's trade queens before we get checkmated. Right? You know what I'm talking about? Bam. That's a piece. That's two pieces. Those knights are tricky, yeah? Those pesky knights are always in my tricky business. Those pesky knights are running around in my tricky business, and I do not like it. Those pesky knights, I'm gonna get those pesky knights. They are always attacking me, and I do not like this one. Those pesky knights. I think I just tranced that accent, by the way. That literally came out of nowhere. I don't even know what that is. Like, was that like Spanish? Was it? you know, I mean, like a Spaniard's accent. Was it like I don't know. Is there such a thing as what I just did? Those pesky knights that come out of the nowhere and they are getting me. E5 is definitely the thematic break. I feel real nice. It feels real good to play E5. I'm gonna tell you what, it feels real nice. Oh wait, that ain't good. That ain't right. All right, let's make him give up the bishop pair. At the very least, if he wants my pawn, he's gonna give me the bishop pair. Tell you what, I'm gonna tell you what. Whoa, I'm gonna tell you what. I don't know what's going on here. I certainly do not know what's going on here. Checkmate. Oh, he just missed checkmate and won, and now I get his queen. Oh my god, I almost feel bad. Did you guys see that? You see how I almost felt bad there? Oh my god, that was so scary that I almost felt bad. That feels horrible, actually. In all seriousness, that was just terrible. That was just terrible. You know, it really was. And oh, it's check! I'm gonna lose anyway. Wait, no, he missed it. I'm not gonna lose. Who is calling me? Oh, it's the wife. You ever notice that? How you say something like you really, like, you're gonna, like, you know, put your foot down and then you're like, oh my gosh, it's my wife, right? Anyway, we got one more in this best of 5 here. And then I'll throw on a BRB and we will BRB so we can call the wifey. Uni, I'm sorry about that, man. I mean, that was horrible. For the record, it wasn't like I did that on purpose. Like, I almost jumped out of my seat when I saw that you could checkmate me. Totally missed it. So, you know, just pointing it out. It would be worse if I did it on purpose, sort of anticipating that you wouldn't see this trick. That would have been worse of me. We have played this endgame before, talking about me. It's kind of a strange position because black is like fine, but black is also like a little bit worse in some weird ways because of the struggles to deal with the queen side. So it's interesting. Although he's dealing with it well. To be totally honest, he's dealing with it quite well. I don't know what I'm doing. We don't want that. We don't want the knight coming to c4. So we'll guard it. No, we'll just prepare to double. We'll prepare to double rooks. Preparing to double. Preparing to double. Sir, he's preparing to double. Preparing to double. That was like something straight out of Spaceballs, right? Sir, he's preparing to double. He's preparing to double. He's preparing to double. What are we going to do? He's preparing to double. I'm giving him a pass pawn, but under the hopes that that he doesn't have enough. Well, now I'm getting in, and now I'm real excited. Taking away squares, that's how it's done. All right. Well, not our best performance overall as far as quality of chess is concerned, but a fun game nonetheless. We oh, that's right. We banged the gong. That's right. You know where it is. We don't even need to show it on screen. Let's keep the train trucking. The moment I get back, let me check in with the family. Believe it or not, their life shouldn't have to revolve around me messing around on Chess TV. But okay, Expanding Gut, you're next. Followed by Pools Mastert, Pure Defiance, you're on the list. So we got Expanding God, Pool Master. We got Bad Queen Sacrifice. We got all kinds of people. So don't go anywhere. JP Tizzle, Fo Rizzle. I love that name, Dizzle. And we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Well, that was anticlimactic, right? We're right back at you where the show just began, and it turns out I don't have my BRB template loaded up, so there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do. I can't let the show stop. So we'll just keep going. That was funny. Okay, moving on. Expanding Gut. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. That was actually pretty funny. All right, I think we should probably take the approach of slowing down a little bit, providing some education. We'll play a Night Orf here today with a Scheveningen structure. Bishop e7 is actually an accurate move. I'll talk about why in a minute. But possibly we're going to transpose to something that's okay. Yeah, I have to be careful, though, because I can't play knight bd7 anymore because of knight to c6, because my bishop's on e7. It's another reason why it's a mistake. But what we're doing here is certainly a typical approach for black and for white, with some small inaccuracies maybe here and there. Okay, perhaps before white was supposed to play bishop d3 so you could have knight e2 instead of some of the moves that were played. But this is still unclear. Still something I have to be very careful with. Yeah, and he's playing it correct. Yeah, I'm nervous now. What to do? I think I should play this first. And okay, but maybe now I'll take and push with the idea that if he takes e6, I get c2 with check. This was my ace in the hole. But this is not fun. Oh, and now I'm blundering the exchange. Okay, but he didn't see it, so we'll happily continue forward. Nope. Check. Check. And mate. All right. Here we go. We move on. We took on Expanding Gut. Kingly Bingley. I remember you from last week, and you were denied an opportunity to play. I apologize for that. So, welcome to the show. We will play a Sicilian. Are we going to play a King's Indian attack? No. We're playing a... yeah, King's Indian attack now. I'm going to try to get d5 and transpose into like a Maroczy bind type structure. Now, perhaps I can take and win a pawn. I know he gets e5 in the end. After knight takes e4, he can play knight takes e5, but I still have bishop to g4 at the end of a lot of those lines, so it's still better for me. Believe it or not. And with the route that happened, ooh, I guess that was maybe not the best for me, because I couldn't play b6 like I wanted to. But now I can. So play some sort of defensive moves first. Now I'll go grab that pawn because it's undefended. And if he brings the rook to the 7th rank, I think I can... Ooh, good move. Good move by him. I have to bring my bishop back to g7, I guess, to stop this threat of knight f6. King to g7 would have been met by bishop h6 check. So we play it this way, and now after... Okay, he should have moved his knight, because I take on g4, which is a Zwischenzug. He has 2 pieces under attack now, which... Okay, I mean, I guess he's sort of surviving with this, but it's not ideal. We'll simplify the position further. Make our job a little bit easier. Okay, well, he's losing either way. If I voluntarily take or he takes me, so not a good decision to go into the king and pawn ending, although maybe he doesn't really have a choice. Okay. Okay, what happened in that game? Let's we can't keep up at this breakneck pace because at some point Danny's going to do one of these, you know, the girl from the Turkey movie. I'm tired now, right? At any moment I can just croak out, I'm tired now. You know, people already accuse me of being on artificial stimulants of some kind. I'm just high on life, man. Um, so the King's Indian attack setup against the Sicilian is not a bad idea at all. I mean, C3 early, you know, one of the advantages of this kind of structure is you have some flexibility in the center, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know that it's the most effective approach. Maybe you didn't mean to do it on, you know, I don't know, but you played it like you knew what you were doing in a King's Indian attack here with rook to e1, which of course, you know, if you can, you'd like to do your knight f1 and h4 and maybe some sort of kingside attack, but you know, when you're facing a fianchettoed setup with a King's Indian attack structure, your chances of checkmating me are much less, and so it might be good to consider to play a different approach. But once I get d5, now we're in a Maroczy bind structure, assuming you would have taken it, and or actually it's a Boleslavsky hole, excuse me, because the e-pawn is traded. But as far as the structure for black, it's the same. It's a bind structure, and the d3 pawn is the problem. Black has a little more space in this position. It's probably about equal with best play, but certainly an opening victory for black. You missed that I was threatening to just take on e4 and win a pawn. And even if you play knight takes e5, maybe there's something tricky with this, but let's even say there isn't. I did the combination because I saw that I have this move at the end, which is kind of a common tactical theme at the end of this type of piece exchange in the center because it opens up access to f3. You know, it's not exactly clear where to put your rook. Even here, if I give check and you take, I'm not going to take there and give you two pieces, but even if I just take it, I have the light square bishop and a lasting edge in the endgame. So that was kind of my thought. It didn't work out well for white after I won the pawn on e4, and now we move on. So we have others coming in. See some regular names and some not so regular names. We'll go ahead and take on Pure Defiance. A regular name. A happy customer. One of my best customers. Thank you. Come again. Yeah, we'll see if he's ready to play. Maybe I should take on a Simul here pretty soon. Find a 1-1 game. Probably not the best idea. Not the best idea I've ever had to try to play bullet simuls if I'm ranking my ideas. Certainly. Ooh, do I want to just, do I want to, I'll go there. I'll go there. Push it. Push it, no. Push it, no, sir. I guess so. I guess we'll do this. Seems weird enough for me. Weird enough for my liking. I don't even know what's going on here, right? What is going on here? I guess I'll do this. I don't know. Yeah, he plays there. I guess he's just fine, right? He's gonna get an attack against me, huh? He's playing well. He's playing surprisingly well right now. He's and I'm not playing well. That's what's going on. And I'm getting down on time. That's the other thing that's going on here. Well, now he's thinking, ooh, that's a rook. We'll take it. We'll back up. And hope we don't get checkmated, right? Back up and hope and pray. I don't think I'm getting checkmated immediately. Unless I'm just totally wrong. Looks like I'm just totally wrong. He's checkmating me. Ugh. Oh. He had it. He had it. Boom shalaka. He did the translation of what is usually multiple explicitives alone in your office, where you just type a whole bunch of consonants like flogging, right? He did the consonant key smash. Sorry about that, buddy. Yeah, that was your chance. That was your chance. You had me. I totally flipped the. I don't know what I did, but I did something bad. So okay, let's take on some more people coming at us via Twitter, coming at us via the Chess.com server. This is fun. This has been fun so far. I want another chance at Bori Boy. Honestly, I feel like I need a second chance at redemption. Kind of a strange Sicilian so far. Put a knight on d4. It's not exactly a close Sicilian, but it'll work. In fact, since he stopped it, we'll just go after the bishop pair this way. And now, plan. d5 makes sense to gain space, and even if he had played e5, I would have backed up the knight and had threats of d4. But as it goes, I think I get d4 anyway, with the knight on d5, and I soon establish pressure against the weak pawns over here. I was going to play f6 next to kick his knight, so I'll do it anyway. I'm a man of my word. Probably he needed to put the knight on f4 at some point a long time ago to free up some space, but he didn't. So now it's getting tougher and tougher. And I don't exactly know what to do, but I guess I'll go after the pawn. Maybe get the d3 pawn if I'm lucky. Seems to work out just swell. We'll trade, I guess. Yeah. Not ideal for white. What happened there? How did that game go so wrong so fast? Okay, yeah, he played this bad Sicilian with bishop e5 check. Again, I think a lot of people struggle, as you learn more openings besides just e45. You can't take the same development schemes. It doesn't work that way. So that's the truth. Well, we've got another title player who wants a piece of this. Let's take on Shrek David. Strong FIDE master from Israel. We've played Mr. Shrek David a few times before with, I don't know what the general score is, honestly, overall. I feel like it's about equal, which is good for him. This probably is not the... I'll sack the exchange, sure. Oh, wait, it's a piece. Oh, okay, that wasn't the best idea. I thought he was taking f8, and I thought, oh, sure, I'll sack the exchange. I thought, sure, I'll do that. Why not? I wasn't sure what to do there. This is just a bad game. Bad opening to start, and it got worse. I assume that I should be getting checkmated here promptly. Promptly receiving my checkmate, my comeuppance. Okay, again, that wasn't good. All right. We go again against Shrek David. We play a traditional D4 opening. Not my everyday decision. But we'll do something wild and crazy here for funsies. We will take that knight and the horse that it rode in on. What am I doing? I guess I'm blundering away my extra pieces. And now I'm thinking I can take on g6. Wow. Okay, what happened to you, Danny? You were playing okay chess, and now you're falling apart at the seams here. Falling apart at the seams. Pull it together. Can I take there? Last time I did this, it didn't work out very well. Last time I played for a Swish and Zug, it didn't work out very well. But that time, I guess it was okay. I just didn't want to get checkmated. That was the #1 goal of that scenario. What am I doing? Why am I even playing so slow? I don't even know. I'm going to lose on time. There's pretty much nothing that could be done about it. Oh my gosh. Getting distracted by family trying to get a hold of me too. Come on, people. All right, let's make a comeback now. Best of 5. It's a best of 5, so don't go anywhere. We're not giving up just yet. Sicilian. A transposed Sicilian is what it is. And a strange one at that. Yeah, that was a fast one. Let's go back to e4. I forget what this guy does against e4. Oh, that's right. He plays this stuff. I knew that. I knew that. Yeah, this seems wild and crazy, right? Not in the good way either. Am I even surviving this for a second? I don't even know. This is stressful. Oh, I could have played knight d5 earlier. Darn it. had a better move. I'm going to sack the exchange to try to change the nature of the game, although it doesn't seem like it was a very good idea. What am I doing? This has been a really bad best of 5. One of my worst in a while. One of my worst in some time. That's the truth. I don't even know what's going on here. Wow, that was terrible. That was terrible, everybody. I don't know what happened. That was one of my worst. I was just blundering pieces from game to game. It was a game-to-game scenario. It wasn't a good one. Anyway, well, nope, congratulations to Shrek David, my formidable opponent. And we go back to the regular masses. And we see what's going on here. Yeah, Hess is playing. Hess is on. Yeah, don't forget, Robert Hess has his big show coming on not right after this. I forget what show is right after this. Here on Chess Monday. But Robert Hess has his own show coming up right after this. So make sure you stick around for that. All right, so we're going to look for another challenger in today's business. We'll take on the more of the regulars here. Oh, I thought I just accepted a challenge. Here we go. Rope Stope, welcome to the show, buddy. We'll play D4. Not going to play the regular Queen's Gambit. I don't know what I was doing against Shrek David. I feel like sometimes you have those bullet sessions where you just don't play you don't even play the positions that you usually play. So that wasn't good. All right, well, this one could be a very fast one because Rope Stope is losing his way early in a Trumpowski. This G5 idea is an idea against the Bishop H4 line, but definitely not against the Bishop F4 line, as here Black is just down a pawn and has lost the right to castle. Don't mind if I do. I will take another pawn. We will develop. And continue to bring out pieces. And we start the attack. Maybe I wanted tactics there. I think we'll probably go for tactics anyway because the pin on D7. Plus, I've already got some pawns for the piece, right? How many pawns do I have here? Somebody do the math. Can someone do the math for me real quick? Just kidding. It's my chess game, not yours. You get it. Anyway, so I have a lot of pawns for the piece. Enough to be better. Maybe not enough to justify the sacrifice that I did. But it's too late for that, isn't it? So we'll just use our pawns wisely and march forward. This reminds me of the game I had against Stockfish earlier today, right? That was a lot of pawns. That was fun. That was the most fun part of the show for me, playing that massive 8 pawn versus knight and bishop situation. This is fun. That was a lot of pawns. That was more than just a few pawns for some kicks and gigs, right? That was a massacre of pawns. Okay, let's take on another tweeter coming our way. Jake 56789. The dude can count. The dude can count. Oh, wait a second. No, he can't. It's 57689. Dude, was that a typo or what? Is that a typo in your username, or are you just happy to see me? I'm gonna go for the attack. I'm gonna hope I checkmate you on the H file. It's my goal. I don't know what your goal is. My goal is to checkmate you on the H file. We'll see if I can fulfill my dreams. Couldn't fulfill my dreams. Had to settle on G5. All right, Mr. Guten7. Guten7. Welcome. Welcome to the Bullet Brawl, and welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. I should mix it up a little bit more if I'm going to be playing these full shenanigans and not even, giving analysis. What happened to the time when I gave analysis? Did you guys enjoy the analysis more? I felt like in some ways it was like trying to provide education in a bullet game, although I often got off on a tangent about the particular opening or a pawn structure or, some sort of concept, some sort of concept in critical thinking. So maybe the analysis is better. You guys can tweet at me and let me know what you prefer. If you prefer the Bullet Brawl style where I'm really trying to get in as many games as possible for the people who want to play, or the time when we take some moment. We still do a little bit of analysis, just not as much as we once did, right? But as Toby Keith said, I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. That's kind of like the motto for my life, I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. Down. So if you want to fight tonight, I don't know. You guys are like, how does he know country songs? What is wrong with him? First of all, what happened was, when you grow up around country music, you kind of get used to it a little bit, and so you always sort of stay in touch with the genre. I think that's my excuse. Yeah, that sounds doable. That sounds like I could have just taken the bishop, but figured why not just play the obvious recapture? That never hurt anybody, right? LOL. Playing the obvious move without giving any thought to it never hurt anybody. Just like hanging a rook never hurt anybody, huh? I thought I was winning that piece back for sure, but it doesn't matter at this point because I'm up so much on time, he's not going to be able to hold. That's the sad fact. All right, we will take on Nick0609. Nick, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Bullet Brawl. I feel like we already have tweets coming my way about the analysis question. BlitzKid100 says, analyze, I wanted to know what happened in our game and you never showed it. Longer games with analysis. Multiplayer bullet games. Yeah, that makes sense. But okay. All right, well, it seems like some people would like to bring back the session of analysis at the educational part because, yeah, and often we were talking a lot more about, about a lot more than just the specific positions of those games, right? So, it's good stuff. Okay, so we'll try to go over this one, starting with this game next, and at least provide some little bits of analysis. A lot of pawns falling right now. It's a nice tactic, but not that great. I feel like it's one of those exercises where you set up pawns for a little kid and you tell them to take a pawn on every move of the knight. That was funny. Like, how can the knight take a pawn on every move? And that's exactly what we did. Just there. We just took a pawn on every move. That's funny. Oops, that was a mouse slip. And now I have to be careful. Okay. I don't know who John the International Potzer is, Double Trouble, on Twitter. All right. Okay, well, what exactly happened in this game? Should we take a peek? How much time we got? We're moving into the realm of preparation for the next show. I need to remember what that show is, honestly, so that I can give it a proper introduction. Try to always do our fellow man a good service, right? Who is the next show? It's Chess Therapy. That's right, with J.D. Cannon and Sean McCoy and the other Chess.com members. The Chess Therapy show, I think, has the potential to be one of the most popular shows. I know at first you guys are like, why would I want to do a show without a Grandmaster on the show? Well, first of all, half the time, are you learning anything from the Grandmasters? Let's be honest. Second of all, this show is proof that often people get a lot more out of analyzing positions with their peers and allowing them, with the opportunity to sort of talk about their thought process and get some feedback from people who've had like the similar issues. That's why it's therapy, right? It's like group therapy. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. What they do is they pick a particular chess topic, whether it's, a video series or everyone's reading a book. So it's like kind of a book club, and then and then people get together and they discuss it and get feedback. So maybe not going to be the highest viewed show, but I think for viewer interaction, it's a lot of fun. So if you're an ambitious chess player, make sure you check out Chess Therapy. It is good for you. All right, yeah, we have a lot more tweeters coming at us who sent us their username. JP Tizzle, you've been waiting for a while. Thank you. Thank you for following us on Twitter, and thank you for having an awesome name, Faux Rizzle. Right? It's the Shizzle Dizzle. I'm pretty sure that Snoop would love you, and you can bring your green hat. All right, so we have we had some sort of Rouser-type Sicilian, some sort of Scheveningen that went wacky. Scheveningen went wacky. And now it's just getting weird. The problem is that as soon as all the moves become about the side of the board where your opponent has the space, or your opponent has, the ability to play these sort of ultra-aggressive moves because they're castled on the other side or something, it's just a recipe for disaster. You just can't hold on in those positions. It's only a matter of time before the attack gets. Should I take on g6? I don't know. Still up a piece, so I guess I'll just play a simple move. Now we can take on g6. With the idea of taking on e5 with check, and then checkmate on g7. So, should have captured. He wants me to ring the bell. I'll ring that bell, buddy. Ringing the bell for you, JP, because you wanted it, buddy. Anyway, so what happened there? We start out with a Scheveningen Sicilian with this 2 knight c6 and then d6, and one of the disadvantages of this move order at a high level would be that white can play the Maroczy bind here. Just FYI, at the stronger levels, a lot of times they want to avoid giving white that type of structural space advantage early in the game. It's not that you don't see top players play the Accelerated Dragon from time to time or play against those structures, but it's considered overall to be a little bit better for white. Definitely not easy for black to play for a win. So that's one of the disadvantages. I didn't play that. We just played a typical open Sicilian with knight c3 and e6. And now we're in a Scheveningen where the carries attack would be something like g4 immediately. And what white is saying is white has the aggressive intentions to get castled long. And since I'm putting the king over there, I might as well just launch the attack now. But all these moves we did were kind of solid. And would sort of just transpose into each other. But at some point here, black has to. Okay, first of all, the knight on g6 I think is really misplaced. Unless you can activate it into the center and bring it into the queenside attack, this is not a route that's going to be favorable for the knight. It's just a target to too many ideas, whether it's f4 and f5 or h4 and h5. But regardless of that, one of the things about the Scheveningen is that, at some point, black is looking to strike with d5 or e5 often, because if you're comparing just apples to apples as far as white's attack here versus black's attack, White's attack is a little bit further along, at least in these early carries attack lines where White has just pushed the pawn to g4 and said, honey badger style, here I come. So, it's kind of a recipe for disaster as White's attack is a few tempos ahead. Now here you do have a good chance if you had spotted a tactic, which I'm only seeing now. If you take on d4 and I take with the bishop, I think you have this move. Knight takes f4 followed by bishop g5 pinning the queen. So if that means I have to take with the queen, e5 is probably a favorable transition for you. Often when you see these moves, at first you're scared of the d5 square, right? Positionally, you've given up control over the light squares, and that can be worrisome. But the compensation you're getting is far worth it. First of all, you're maybe winning the f4 pawn, and if I take it, you'll take with the pawn. You've gained access for the knight into f4. You've opened up the bishop with tempo when you play d5, and I think that black is probably doing just fine, which means that despite my sort of initial conversations about White being ahead in the carries attack here, and that this knight on g6 is not ideal, which is true, f4 was probably a blunder by me. Here, something like g5 maybe not g5, maybe even just h4. I mean, because that pawn is just, if you take it, it's so hard to see it really working out. If you take it with any piece, I really don't care. I can just solidify and try to flip over here to the H file. But one of the ways to justify the knight on g6 is for sure going to be to look for e5 at some point, whether it's access to the dark squares, whether it works tactically in the line I looked at with the queen, or whether just fact if you can play with the tempo and open up the bishop, that helps you catch up in development. I think that was the key thing you should have been looking for that you really weren't looking for. So that would be the educational takeaway I would say about both the structure and the game you played, is that e5 rather than f5 should be the kind of thing you're looking to play. Get the knight into a dark square. Try to close up and sort of muck up the center a little bit. It makes it a little harder for me to just throw everything in the kitchen sink at you. And so f5, it's like a move that stops f5, but, really it doesn't, because the opening of this position can only favor White. And we saw what happened there with tactics happening very quickly. So okay, that was that game. We got a few more takers here. We had some title players jump back in the mix, send me some challenges. Wanted to get a piece of this before I run away. But let's take on a few more of our members here who've been patiently waiting for a track to explode on. Right? Been patiently waiting for a track to explode on. If it feels like I've been hot for so long, you know that I'm now singing an outdated 50 Cent song. Boom! Freestyle rap. Take that, 50 Cent. Eat your heart out, Jay-Z. Nah, Jay-Z. I don't even know. Whoa, I blacked out, sorry. That got weird. But okay, we have a scotch here. We have a scotch, much like Magnus would play. Should I double the pawns or play h4 and get jiggy? Let's get jiggy if he wants it. If he doesn't, I'll take next. I don't think he can really take that bishop and live to tell, right? He's like Robin of Locksley coming back from the Crusades. Oh, nice. All right, now I'll take it. Okay. Now that I almost would have had some issues, it's time to take and just be better in the endgame with the positional advantage, yeah? Yeah. We put the pony on the d4 square. Yeah, and then we guard the pawns. Yeah, we take it. I'm not sure that was the best for me, actually. That was giving my opponent more chances than initially intended, but okay. But okay. Ooh, we will take that piece. Taking pieces and loving it. A tale of self-realization. Taking pieces and loving it. A tale of a kingside mating attack. All right. And uno mas. Unless I get a title player up in this for one more title player battle, I think we're just going to have one more game and bring the wild ride to an end. Who do we got here? We got Ryo Hazuki. Ryo Hazuki, named after every character that you mispronounce from Street Fighter. Ryo Hazuki. Hazuki. Right? Street Fighter. Remember when Street Fighter was the knees, the bee's knees? Does anybody else remember that? I do. I remember that time. That one time at chess camp. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. I wanted something so beautiful. Right now I'm just kind of messing around, and I know it, because obviously it was better just to take the queen, but I wanted to get some sort of like weird checkmate idea. I'm playing for cheapos now, everybody. Playing for cheapos. Playing for cheapos. Because I want to get some sort of relief. I want to ring the bell. Ah! No bell ringage today. All right. Well, it's been real. Don't go anywhere, because the next show on Chess.com TV is getting set to begin. In fact, I should check in on that before I run away. And see what the schedule is. We're like a massive production studio here. We're just connecting with people all over the world. You know, all over the world. Kobe Bryant blowing up the world. Kim Jong-il blowing up the world. But okay, it looks like we may not exactly be ready yet, so I'm going to answer some questions via Twitter. Answer some questions via Twitter coming at me. Coming at, yeah, we got a 3-minute game, not going to happen. Philip Egling, I would love to play you in a Bullet Brawl as well, but you got to let me know your username, man. Some others that are here and let me know their username. I apologize that I didn't quite get to you. But yeah, okay. So, you know, part of what we try to do is make sure that everybody has a chance to play, because after all, we're here to play. That's it. But hopefully, a couple of the games we went over were semi-educational. What's the best opening for 1-minute games? It's a good question. Landon Howard, where can you go for an overlay if you're in the streamers tournament? We can provide you. We're going to provide you with just like a basic template the day of the tournament. You have to learn how to use the software yourself, but we will provide you with a basic template. Yeah, if everyone's here and you don't know that on Wednesday, we are going to have the first ever Chess.com Streamers Challenge. It's going to be me versus all the streamers you love. John Bartholomew's there. Simon Williams is playing. And then some other top grandmasters who are just, you know, playing because of the opportunity to do something fun and to win some cash. You got Georg Meyer, Jan Ludwig-Hammer. So I think I'm ranked like 10th out of like 25 people. So it's going to be a blast. Make sure you're here on Wednesday at 1 p.m. If you have an opportunity to call in sick, I obviously recommend it. Honesty is never the best policy when it comes to taking advantage of your workplace and enjoying a good Bullet Brawl. So yeah, make sure you check out the show on Wednesday, where all of the top streamers are going to be battling it out on Chess.com. Hutch is there. For any of you who follow games on Twitch, you know Sean Hutchinson, one of the most popular Twitch streamers, that hilarious dude who can't be featured regularly on Chess.com because his stream is far from PG. But Hutch is a cool guy, and he is playing in the tournament. He's pretty excited to get his butt kicked. I'm not going to lie. Are my children chess players as well? Not really. They know how to play chess, but I don't push chess at home. Ready and waiting, Mr. Phoenix Ronin. I get it. What is my favorite internal organ? Now, there's a question. Probably the spleen. I like to think of the spleen as the pawn structure of the human body, you know, like holding it together, not the backbone, you know, because that would be too obvious. All right, Phoenix Ronin, I'll play you while I answer tweet questions, because what the heck? No one ever said you couldn't play a bullet simul distracted. There he is. That was Phoenix Ronin was Philip Eggling, the guy who I said needed to give me his username. So here we go. We have an English, and we are off to the races. Play this d5 move. We'll talk about it because I just played it in the last game as well. So that'll be a good chance for us to provide something slightly educational on this English structure. He takes on d5 with the bishop. That's a early, slightly different decision. So now I'm going to win the light square bishop back, though. And with it, with now being down a pawn, I mean, this is just funsies, right? This is just fun town. So, okay, I guess we'll take away his right to castle because we're mean like that. I've always been mean when it comes to taking away my opponent's right to castle. Never been one to give check just to force the king to that weird-looking g1 square. And now let's go after the d-pawn. c5 and c4. Ooh, wait a second. I just blundered that. All right, but at least we have a chance to win our piece back. I forgot that bishop takes c5, which I don't even think was that winning, to be honest. Should I take and sack the queen? Ooh, that could have been fun, but I won't. That could have been fun, but I won't. Now we're going to try to open things up. I guess we'll take it. Try to open things up to go after the king. All right, we got Chekaruski, Chekalina Lashlamba. All right. Well, let's back up and take a look, because Philip seems like a pretty good player. He's probably better than this opening went, given my initial assessment of his rating. I would say that he probably would appreciate this this tip here. So, you know, this line in the English where Black plays knight f6 and then prepares this opportunity to play for d5. Obviously, I can play d5 immediately, which is probably the line you face more often. And after bishop g2, knight b6, we get this sort of main line English that happens a lot. But once Black plays knight c6 and bishop c5, you're headed into these, you know, it's like a reverse e5 weird close Sicilian, right? And often the best move against this particular line, theoretically, is d3 here, for the exact reason you saw in the game. Black has this tactical shot of d5 coming, and if you play e3, d5, let's say even if you had taken with the pawn, I play this move knight to b4, and the point is that I'm either winning back the pawn or I'm establishing the knight on d3 with check and renewing your right to castle, that sort of stuff. So you can play d4, and after takes, if I make a blunder, you have this idea of check, winning the pony. But even if I just back up to e7, I'm still going to regobble up the d5 pawn, and with it have chances to play against your IQP for the middle game. So not like Black is better, far from it, but Black is equalizing very quickly as soon as you play e3 with this d5 move. So I would recommend d3. I think knight f3 is also playable because e4 is likely met by knight g5. Oh no, I have bishop takes f2 check and knight g4. So maybe I think d3, yeah, that's or a3. A3 is actually totally fine. And a3 might be more your liking. If you like these e3 structures with knight e2, a3 might be the move for you. So let's see. Blitz Kid, I see you tweeting at me. I'm not the one providing templates. They'll be done soon, and as soon as they're done, they'll be uploaded to the official Chess.com streamers group. That's the best I can say to you. Yeah, starting next week, the Bullet Brawls are actually going to be back to Wednesdays and not on Chess TV Mondays because we have a lot going on Mondays. We do a lot of our live recording for Chess Center, our weekly show, trying to, you know, keep it as fresh and interesting as possible. We try to do things really like the day before we publish it. To allow time for editing. So there's just a lot on Monday for me to be able to kind of cram everything into one thing. So my shows are likely going to be moved to Wednesday, at least the Bullet Brawls, back to the same bat channel, same bat day that you're used to. So we're bringing the Bat Cave back to Wednesday. Where's the next person? Just Therapy.
That's me.
Oh, it's you.
That's me.
You and JD?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they just arrived. There you go.
JD is ready.
They are ready. Okay, so we're going to go offline now, everybody, and don't go anywhere. Again, Get your group therapy on because you need some. All right? Especially after this verbal abuse I just dished out to you, you should probably talk about your feelings and get somebody to counsel you. No, I'm kidding. Love you, everyone. Good night and good luck. Make sure you check out Robert Hess's show, After Chess Therapy, too. First ever Robert Hess show live. He's doing the big show. Took that over for this guy. I'm pretty excited about it. Robert Hess has played himself assignable before. Not his first rodeo. Try and get it. Okay, Jesus Christ.
Hour and a half, a little too long.
It's
an hour and a half, a little too long.
Yeah, an hour and a half is fine. Oops, I I thought I went off.